Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We'll get to the the JRC here in a moment. But first, disclaimer, if you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shock campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, pertinent links can be found in the description box. So should you like to deep dive on the subjects, you'll definitely be free to do so. Trigger warnings. This channel is marked not for kids for a reason. I do use profanity, and when we cover places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. So if you got a minor that is 16 or younger and they're watching this channel, parental supervision obviously advised, all right? All right, let's get back to where we left off. We're going to finish till the end of the page, folks. It might be a short one, it might not. I believe that this is a beneficial rule as it has been proven that electrical stimulation is not an effective method for behavioral change. Thank you! Despite the JRC, all this evidence! People have all of this evidence, but miraculously have this inability to be able to produce it. Crazy world, isn't it? Just saying. It's a little different. Oh, we already went to that one. Sorry, folks. Sometimes I get lost on this page. Because I don't have an edit button, you get to endure my insanity too. Alright, so this one says, I am autistic. I can sometimes be a bit aggressive when I'm having a meltdown and don't realize it. The cure to educate people and give me what I need to get through it, not shock me, because believe it or not, that worsens everything. If you alter like anything physical, like if you so much as tap me on the shoulder, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. And it's because at that point in time, I have generally absolutely no control. I am in pure primal animal brain. If you can, in a way, use your body space without touching me to hurt me into a room where there's nothing I can get a hold of to hurt myself or others, that is genuinely the best method to use. Because otherwise, it doesn't end well. Particularly because mine is a mixture with PTSD. I was horrifically abused by my stepbrother for years and years and years unabated. So, you get me in primal animal brain, and then suddenly touch me out of nowhere with it. Whew. Not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Alright, let's go to this one here. This one uses the same template. As an autistic individual who works as a social worker with other autistic individuals, I don't think electric shock should be used ever as a form of punishment. I believe this ban is a good idea. So do I, hon. So do I. Alright. And we got this one here. A lot of short ones. There are so many other ways to keep autistic people safe other than further harming them. Electric stimulation is inhumane and abusive. But were you safe back then? Oh, honey, I was so unsafe during my childhood, and my own self-injurious behavior and aggressive behavior was merely just a single piece off of the iceberg. I know, I'm horrible at analogies, especially when I'm tired. Send out. All right, let's read this one here. It says, at the risk of coming off as rude, I feel it should be a given to not electrocute, mildly or otherwise, anyone as punishment, especially in the case of shocking children, mentally impaired children for that matter. And the fact is that even a question that needs to be asked in this day and age is quite frankly abhorrent. Abolish shocking people, period. I'm still going to say, but you're mentally impaired. Compared to what? Have you seen the neurotypicals lately? They're not adhering to their own standards. But we're the bad guys if we don't adhere to them too. Can somebody please make that make sense? Explain it to me like I'm 5. Because anybody who thinks that the neurotypicals as of right now are the best face of normality, somebody please shoot me. Because what I have seen is a re-emergence of mob mentality. And quite frankly, that is extremely terrifying and dangerous. Just putting it out there. All right, let us go back to where we were. All right, this is a part of the ASAN template, obviously, so we're not going to reread it again for the billionth time. This person says this would be a good change. How about we just get rid of all the antiquated shit that we know doesn't work or tries to force us into being someone else and continue on with the crap we actually do that does work? Just this idea I had, you know. Alright, this one, obviously another template. Here we go. This one says CSS increases the opportunity for abuse for one of our most at-risk populations. No matter how effective the treatment, it is unethical and has been proved as such. So is a punch to the face, but nobody's, lining up to write prescriptions for that. All right, we're going to cover one more and close out for this one. Yes, I'm aware it's going to be quick. All right, so this one states self-harming behavior can come from a variety of places, but above all, it is a stress-triggered behavior. Thank you, my God, yes it is. A shock device only adds more stress to the situation. This worsens the mental health of the person being trained. I also failed to see how an electric shock will discourage aggressiveness. If I were administered one, I would be seeing red. Hulk smash comes to mind. This can only create an emotional buildup and increased resentment over time, and the meltdown is going to be the mother of all meltdowns. It is perhaps also dehumanizing to use something that registers as cruel and outdated dog training technique to alter the behavior of a human being. If we as a society have agreed that shocking mental health in patients and LGBTQ people in attempt to alter their behavior is a terrible practice, then we should extend that logic to autistic people and extend it to ABA, which is conversion for autistic people to make us neurotypical. And as I said, watch the news sometime. Thanks, but no thanks. Of all the things I have to talk to God about at night, one of the one things that doesn't bother me is the fact that I am neurodivergent. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. Just saying. There are better ways to stop self-harming and aggressive behaviors. Thank you for your time. And on that one note, folks, we're going to go ahead and close out, at least for a little bit. I'm going to take a brief break before we get finished up for the day. So, we don't get very many views on this channel. The few we do tend to get removed from time to time. Please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the comments. And also, guys, I'd appreciate it. Double check and make sure that you are set up to receive notifications. We're going to be continuing on with the Medicaid down the rabbit hole and the HIPAA and Advanced Directive series on the channel, and I don't want you to miss anything. I appreciate your time, and as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. And folks, we got another thing of storms coming up, so pray for me to be able to keep power and to not lose another tree. I'd appreciate it. I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye, everyone.